transforming a paper bag into beautiful little journals. I'll take you step by step on how you can create yours. Won't you join me? Hi, Best Buds. It's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. I have a paper bag here. It's a beautiful little paper bag. I purchased it from Amazon. It is gusseted, so it has the folds on the sides. It also has a flat bottom. We're going to use this portion right here to be the front of our little mini journal. Now, if you have a machine and you like to sew your papers, before we do anything else, you'll want to take it to your machine and sew around this triangle right here, and then sew down the sides. If you don't have a sewing machine, that's okay too. You can still make this project, but the people that do have a sewing machine do like to use it in their crafting. And you sewed your bag, it will look like this now. This is going to be the inside of the front cover. So we're going to fold it over something like this, and that is about 3 inches. And give this a nice crease. Then this portion, you'll want to fold right over the top like this, just to give you an idea of how much you're going to fold it over. I'm going to push it just a tiny bit further, and that will be about 2.5 inches, 2 1/4 inches. It's closer to 2.5, and give that a crease. So now we're just like this. It was super easy. Just a few folds, and now we have our tri-fold base. As you look at this front cover, which is the bottom of the bag, you can see it has this triangle shape. It kind of looks like an envelope, doesn't it? I thought that we could accent this shape. It was a scrap in my scrap box. And look, this would be absolutely adorable for a tuck spot. So I'm going to glue this down. And then I also cut another piece. It's only 1.5 inches tall because this is a mini journal. And I cut it so it will fit between the 2 folds. And we can use this for a pocket. So I've already glued this one in place. And then for this one right here, I'm just going to glue the back side so that we can have it as a tuck spot. So this is a pocket right here. But because of the gussets, it's kind of filled up with some folded paper. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim along the edge here. So I'm trimming out the gusset that's inside this pocket. And it doesn't have to be straight or even really well cut out. And because I can't get all the way down there, I'm just going to place my finger here, press down, and tear the rest out. I'm wanting to make this so it's a pocket without having this inside pieces here that will cause trouble when you're trying to put things in the pocket and take them out. Just place your scissors in there, push your scissors up to the edge. So whether you've stitched yours or maybe you've just glued yours shut, it doesn't matter. Just push it up close as you can without cutting anything but that piece inside your pocket. So you're able to tear this piece out. That was harder on that side. All right, so now inside we've got a nice pocket. So this folds this way. I'm going to add this little scrap of lace right there. I want to add a few pages into my little bag trifold here. So I have a piece of coffee dyed coffee weight paper, and I need to measure from this fold right here outward to this fold, and it's about 3 inches. If I fold this paper here over, and I at least have 2.5 inches or 2 3/4 inches, that will be perfect. to fit inside of my journal here. So this is what I mean. I'll take my paper and I will fold it over. So it's going to be, well, this is 2 3/4 inches. That will fit perfectly because I have 3 inches to work with. So I'll fold this and then we'll want to trim it right here. And then with the remaining paper, we'll do the exact same thing. I'm actually just going to fold it over in half. So now you have both of your papers. You'll want to fold this in half the long way like this and give this a cut because this will fit inside of our little booklet perfectly. So I'll need to prepare this one too. I'll want to round the corners of my pages. Right here on this page, it's torn, so I'm going to use a little washi just to cover that up. Oh, I think that looks super cute. Now we'll just have to assemble our pages. And I'm going to brush my pages with a little bit of ink. Not a lot, just what was left on my sponge. We're going to have our signature fit on the first fold. So you'll want to position the signature between the 2 edges and paper clip it in. No matter what size my signature is, I always secure my signature in place. I also use this little tool. It is as long as your journal. It's about 1 inch to 2 inches wide. I fold it in half the long way, in half one more time, and one more time. Crease it well. And when you open it up, you'll want to put a dot where the folds intersect. This is your template so that your signature will be sewn in perfectly even. It works on any size journal, and I do always use it. You'll want to secure that in the spine. With your awl, you'll want to place it on top of the dots and press through. Remove this little tool that you used. Hang on to it if you'd like to mass make some of these bag journals. Grab your thread, and I'm going to put dangles on my little journal here. So I'm going to measure 4 times the width of my journal. And then thread your needle, a simple pamphlet stitch, in through the center hole, in through one of the other holes, doesn't matter which one, all the way down to the other hole that you haven't gone into yet, and back through the center hole. When I'm putting a dangle on my little threads that I've sewn my signature in with, I like to even them up. So I loosen the center thread and I pull, and that evens all of my string up, making sure that one of your strings is on one side of the center thread and the other's on the opposite. Making sure you're not caught on anything, you can tie a double knot. If you're using embroidery thread, you'll want to put a dollop of wet glue right on the knot, leaving it open to dry because embroidery thread will loosen up over time. Remove your clips, and now you have some beautiful papers inside of your little bag journal. I'm going to be adding my beads here to my strings that are going to hang down below my journal here. I have a video that I will link at the end of this video, and it will take you step by step on how you can add your beads and secure them so they won't fall off. So I have my beaded dangles added on, and with just a few pieces of ephemera placed in our tuck spots, and then 2 more in our pocket. So we have a side tuck spot here, and I took a journaling card and put a tab on it so you're able to easily put it in and pull it out. and it fits easily right here, clearing the fold here, just like that. Now let's decorate the front just a little bit and put on our closure. Can you hear the thunder? It's really thundering and lightning here. So I have a little piece of lace and a little card, and I'm going to glue this down. Yeah, I think I want the fringe to be on the bottom. I have a little stamp that I want to add right down here. I have 2 paper flowers and a butterfly. Adding a sari silk tie, the label, paper flowers, and a butterfly, a faux stamp, and some lace is the decorating touch. Inside, we have a lovely tuck spot. We have a tag with a tab, and we have lots of journaling pages. Then one more pocket with some more pieces of ephemera. And don't forget our beautiful dangles. What a cute little mini junk journal that you can add to an existing journal. You could give it as a gift, pop it into a satchel, or send it out in Happy Mail. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.